Hi and welcome everyone to our 19th episode of The Little Inside. Surprisingly, my name is still Tobi, and this week we are going to have a look at the topic of timing meditation sessions. How often should I actually enjoy myself? Let's see right after the intro. Imagine you would actually time something that is really enjoyable. Let's say you're having a great dinner out with your girlfriend or your boyfriend, and it's a really great time, and suddenly you're looking at the watch and you say, look, I'm going to spend 30 minutes with you, and after 30 minutes my timer will ring, and then I will stop. It would be kind of weird, right? If you're out there having a good dinner and you're really enjoying yourself, and all of a sudden you bring in this aspect of time. Another thing that would be kind of strange would be, for example, timing having sex. While you're having sex, would you time it? Would you actually put a stopwatch next to the bed? You say, okay, now I give you 10 minutes, or I give you 5 minutes, or something like that. It would be ridiculous. Timing a dance, timing a conversation with your best friend. Normally we don't time something that we experience as joyful. We say things like, well, time just flew by, I just forgot myself, I was enjoying myself so much that I forgot time. Now that's precisely the attitude that we want to bring into our meditation. Meditation is not some sort of chore that you have to finish in a certain time, to tap yourself on the shoulder afterwards and say, I've been a good boy, I did my meditation for 30 minutes today, my teacher hopefully will be proud of me. So that's not usually how we should approach meditation. Otherwise it will be really sure that one day this kind of approach will fail you. It will not work out. You will have to change your approach eventually. So why not start directly with an attitude that is joyful? Meditation is supposed to be something nice. It's supposed to be something with an open end. That is something like a weekend or a short holiday or a break that you take during a busy day. Now, that was one way of looking at it. You can say that that approach of actually going beyond time, enjoying yourself for a little while, just sitting there, being by yourself, having a good session, just really forgetting how far you're already in, forgetting how much more meditations you still need to do before you reach enlightenment, dropping future, dropping the past. This is joyful. This is something that is nice. That's where the mind really relaxes. And as soon as you go beyond time, you will know what I'm talking about. It feels so nice not to have to meet a deadline, not to perform, not to get somewhere with your practice. So many people are approaching their meditation practice like they would approach their work. It's like a stressful chore that I have to do every day. So in the eyes of my teacher or my meditation community, I can be seen as a good boy that does his meditation practice well. But you're doing it for yourself. You're doing it for your own benefit because it's something so nice. You're having a great time with yourself. Why time it? However, there are moments or situations where it is appropriate to time your session. Let's say you have only a certain amount of time in the morning before you need to go to work. And there might be a risk that you are going so deep into your meditation that you're completely forgetting time, and then you forget your work, and then you wake up out of your meditation session when your boss calls you and asks you why you're not at your working place. So if that is your situation, of course, then it's necessary to time it. And I don't know how busy your personal schedule is or how you spend your day usually. If you have to organize yourself in such a way, it surely helps to have a fixed time where you meditate every day. That will surely help. Another reason for timing would be to cultivate a certain discipline, to kind of play and work a little bit with going against the grain. You might not always feel like you want to do the meditation session today. Very often, sometimes you might feel lazy or you just don't want to do it. Having a timetable or a fixed structure every day might help a great deal with learning to relax by doing something that you actually don't want to do, but you do it anyways and you relax at the same time. So that can be very, very beneficial too. So you're playing a little bit with inner resistances or building willpower or discipline. But always the fundamental attitude towards meditation practice, if you want to cultivate it properly, should be a joyful attitude. It is not a chore. It is not something kind of that you have to get out of the way. Very much in the beginning, when I was still studying and learning at the monastery, I had this attitude towards doing my prayers and my daily meditations. I would just think of it as something that I have to get out of the way. Oh, well, now I did my prayers, I did my meditation session, I'm good for today. Now I can enjoy myself. Now I can do whatever I really want to do. And of course, that attitude doesn't help at all. Meditation or spiritual practice is supposed to bring you into a joyful space through release, through letting go, and through a still mind. So it's something that you can celebrate. And sure enough, there are some moments in your life where you need to time your sessions, and there will be other moments where timing is not necessary. So here is how I usually go about my own day. I have structured times every day where I would meditate by myself. And sometimes the structure doesn't hold up and it is changed. I get an appointment, I need to do this or that, and or a class is cancelled or something like this. Then I have to change. So normally I meditate together with our guests who are coming to the retreats, and I meditate by myself. When we have no schedule, no retreats going on, then I meditate much more by myself, and I enjoy myself, I relax myself when I'm doing this. So what might be a good idea is setting up a time every morning or every morning or every evening where you're sitting down quietly by yourself and you do your own practice. You're meditating by yourself. That is important, very structured practice. And when it comes to time, I also would like to say something that I found to be helpful. Real meditation or deeper relaxation starts for most people at around 30 minutes, for most beginners. When your mind is still untrained, unflexible and rigid, it takes a good amount of time to actually settle down to a good plateau of relaxation, from which then you can go deeper into your meditation practice. So I would highly recommend to start any formal session, any timed session, with 30 minutes time. As you have learned at the retreats here in Phuket, for example, or at my regular meditation sessions that I give, it's always about a 30-minute meditation, guided meditation I give at the beginning of every class, and afterwards there will be a talk. So it's these 30 minutes that bring you down, that wind you down, roughly, approximately. Of course, everyone is different. But start off with 30 minutes and then add about 5 minutes every week until you can sit still in your meditation posture and do the practice for about 1 hour. You can take your time. It's not pressure. It's not supposed to be something that you have to create some super performance and get up to 1 hour of meditation. So it's not at all like that. Relax, take it easy, do it in your own speed. Enjoy yourself. Now, going deeper and deeper like this, week by week or month by month, will lead eventually to being able to sit for 1 hour completely still. And if you can do that 1 hour in the morning, 1 hour at nighttime, that's ideal, that's perfect. If you have such a regular schedule in your life that allows for that, if you are that disciplined to really do this every day, fantastic. I cannot do it every day, but when there is some time, I usually sit down and I sit quietly for about 1 hour. So this is my formal kind of session. I've trained to work up to 1 hour of sitting. And this is usually the time it takes. I'm not timing it though, but usually the meditation ends kind of automatically after about 1 hour. But what's even more important than these little or these formal sessions that you have every morning and every afternoon or every evening is actually the little kind of micro sessions that you have in between every moment of the day when you're actually waking up to the sounds or to the feelings in your body. You become present, you let go of thinking and worrying, and you come into a state of peaceful, present awareness, knowing that nothing is actually lasting. So you relax in this kind of peaceful state more and more. Whenever you have time, you can do that throughout the day, sitting in the bus or waiting for something that you've ordered in a restaurant, if you're alone by yourself. There's so many times, going to the toilet or something like this, they're all times where we can practice to be a little bit more aware, open, spacious and relaxed. So we cultivate ideally both. A formal session in which you aim to go deep into inner quietude. And then another formal session at some point of the day, if you can. And then in between, lots of little micro awakenings or micro sessions where you're really just resting in the mindfulness of the present moment for as long as you can. You might be a type of person that really likes timing things, then well, time it. Play with it. If you feel comfortable with timing your sessions and even timing the micro sessions, like doing 2-minute breathing sessions. I've seen my best friend doing that actually. He would kind of sit back from any task that he does on a computer every now and then and just 2 minutes of conscious breathing, for example. That's very good to do. I've seen people using apps to ring every once in a while, and each time they hear the gong or the singing bowl making a sound on their app, they are reminded to be mindful. There are many apps such as these out there that can help you. And you can time that if you like. If you don't want to time that, if you feel like it, if you have some aversion against timing things, it doesn't make much sense forcing yourself to time things, because it will only connect. Doing something, if you force yourself to do something pleasurable, it will only create this kind of weird connection in your brain that creates a resistance to meditation practice. You don't want to create that. But you want to actually enjoy yourself. And each single little micro awakening during the day is highly beneficial if you cultivate it. And each great formal session during the day gives rise for more and more depth in the micro sessions. So that practicing like this, hand in hand, small little tiny mindfulness sessions throughout the day, and like kind of in the frame of 2 good formal sittings, would be a very good approach for someone that has a busy lifestyle and find some time in the morning and in the evening. Most importantly, please don't stress out about time. There's so many opinions about timing things. There's so many opinions about how long you should meditate for. One teacher says this, the other that, and then you Google, and then it's just so much confusion about it. You want to enjoy yourself, and this is the fundamental message that I want to kind of come across in this video, is helping you to understand, hey, you're not doing a chore that you need to kind of finish at a certain time or something. You're enjoying yourself. You're letting go. You're entering a state of peaceful, present moment awareness, which is helping you to restore the body and mind to a normal state again. So this is it for episode 19, where we have discussed a little bit how to time your meditation session. Should you time them? Should you not? Etc. If there are any questions still in your mind about it, feel free to write it down in the comment section below or send me an email. I'm happy to help out as good as I can. As always, I hope that these little insights are in some way meaningful for you and useful. And I think that's good enough for this week. And I'm wishing you a great next week also. Looking forward to see you again next Wednesday. Take care. Bye-bye.